What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm Bart Kwan.
I'm Nadeem.
I'm Mike.
And today's topic is, what has lifting taught you about outside of lifting? Is that the question?
What has lifting taught you outside of the gym?
What has lifting taught you outside of the gym?
Everything.
Everything?
I
For
think
real?
so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious. Sports, in particular. Shout out to my high school basketball coach, Dean Stark, who was really into fitness, and he obviously my basketball coach. But all that kind of led into my lifting, and then lifting reaffirmed these lessons. And the basics are a lot of things he taught me and we talked about, but like sacrificing for the unknown. So we have these goals in mind, whatever that might be. You want to make a movie. You want to
Make a movie?
Make a movie.
He wants to make a movie?
I don't know what I want to do, but and so you have to put in a certain amount of work to even have the potential for this movie to have success or get shown. You put in all this work, and it's not guaranteed that you get this result. But if you put in less work, it's less likely to get done. So that's the sacrifice you have to go through, and you may never make a movie. You may get rejected left and right until you're 80 and literally never make a movie. True. But if you don't follow these steps day in and day out, and master your craft day in and day out, put in the work, put in the sacrifice, this unknown, it's always going to be unknown, but you give yourself a better chance. And that's kind of the sacrifice, the guess that we have to do with a lot of the careers, even the podcast, right? Who knows who's going to listen to this? Maybe nobody, maybe 1 billion people. We don't know. We have to put in this work. I had to wake up at 5. I had to fly down here. You had to go get the kids ready. You had to work out. You had to set up this whole table. You had to get everything ready so that hopefully we make some content that somebody wants to watch.
Yeah.
And that's the same with basketball practice. That's the same with lifting weights. If you compete or don't compete, you have to put in a certain amount of work, do the small things correctly day in, day out, whether it's your sleep, your nutrition, your friendships, your relationships. Everything has to kind of go around this one goal that you have to, for a long time, potentially with a movie, or if you want to deadlift 700, depending on the goal size, maybe a decade worth of work, of consistency. And then maybe you have a chance to succeed. And that's the same with business. That's the same with relationships. If you want your marriage to last a long time, you have to put in the work. You can't just say like, yeah, me and Gio are going to retire in Hawaii when we're 70 and we're going to sit on the front porch and it's going to be great. Well, that's a cool goal, but if you're not working on your communication every day, if you're not having a good time, if you're not going on dates, if you're not taking care of the baby, if you're not making money, if you're not doing these things every single day up until you're age 70, you have no chance of this happening.
Yeah.
It may still fall apart.
True.
You may not be able to end up in Hawaii.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? The
You're
internet may explode and we all may be out of jobs.
True.
But if we don't do these things, or who knows, Gio may just hate you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But if you don't do these things and try to be a good husband, try to be a good dad, try to be a good businessman, and put in the work every single day until you're 70, this has a less likely chance of happening. So with lifting, with sports, with basketball, with podcasting, with my entire life, all my businesses, I'm trying to put in the little things, do the little things correctly day in and day out so that one day I may hit these goals.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
For me, I think the biggest thing it taught me was like 2 things: patience and also having fun with the process. Because like with lifting, I think it relates back to everything in life. Like if you say we want to make a movie, it's going to take a long time, but it's like, are you not going to be happy until that happens? Because like you're right, it might not happen. But it's like the whole process of like slowly learning and like going through the failures and everything that teaches you how to have fun, but also teaches you to do it properly and maybe propels you and makes it come a lot quicker.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Literally like with everything slowing down and like same thing when lifting, when it like if I want to have the strongest squat, say like me and him are like high school friends and like I want to be stronger than him, we both start at 225 and we want to have a race to 405, right? If he learns form, he's probably gonna hit it faster than me just trying to load on the weights. He might not be as strong as me today, but tomorrow he will be.
Yeah, or he'll be squatting when he's 30 and you'll have a broken back.
Yeah, and it's like if you keep trying to rush it, like I think
if I ever reach 30.
Yeah, you look great for 25.
Like 27.
27? Oh, that's good. How old are you?
24.
19? Yeah. So it's like taking the time and like knowing, like, I mean, they have the whole stories of like the tortoise and the hare, like all those things. And it's like it those little things relate to every other aspect. And if you take those things into like your business, outside the gym, relationships, like do the stuff that you need to do now, have fun with it now, because it's like you have to live in the moment. You can't like just think of what's going to come and like what you can get out of it and then try to reach that or try to like get easy success, because you're not going to be happy with that at the end of the day, and it's like if you enjoy the process now, you take the patience to like learn what you're doing, you'll have fun now and enjoy it, but then also achieve your goals a lot quicker.
Yeah, patience is hard, man. It's a real thing, hard, real simple in definition, but real difficult in execution and really adapting it into your life. And if people can do that, you can have a lot of success.
Yeah,
I think for mine, it's a lot of what you guys are saying, but also I think what also really helped me is kind of like programming. I think programming, I actually posted something on Instagram about this, but I think programming helps you get a good outlook onto your life. I think like, you know, me, Omar, Christian Guzman, we always make fun of like not having calves, but it's also because we probably just don't train them, you know? So it's like, if you can't expect to have success in areas that you completely neglect. And so when you look at a program, like you have different body parts you want to hit, or you have different movements you want to hit. And more often than not, most people, whatever they like doing or their strengths, they're just going to be doing it more, right? If I'm good at squatting, I'm going to squat all the time. But it should be actually be the opposite. Like whatever your weakness is, or whatever the movement that you suck the most, you should be doing those 3 times a week, which is why I squat 3 times a week, because I just suck at squatting. And I think what that has taught me, that brought out to into my real life, is like stuff like marriage or being with like a kid. Like you can't have a good relationship with your kid if you treat it like calves and you just never do it. Yeah. So no matter what, like this year when I started looking at my programming, kind of looking at all the old things that I was doing, like I always leave out abs, a core. I always leave out calves, and no wonder why when I'm put in like a martial arts environment, I'm just not moving, like, because my body's disconnected and my calves get sore really quick from jump roping. And so I started like looking at my life that way, where including friendships, like I can't expect, like me and my best friend Joe, we started companies together. If I don't make time to hang out with him, we're not going to continue to be best friends for a very long time. Like we'll still be business partners, but you just, no matter what, you always have to do those things. And I think just being able to apply that programming mindset into my life. So things that I feel like I need to work on more, I should do those more. And then even the things that I don't like to do, but I know it's good for me, I still have to keep doing them. Like I think every legit lifter that I know, they still do some form of cardio, even though it's the thing that they hate. But it's their responsibility of an athlete to do those things, to push the sled, or at least do some strongman sort of cardio, because it's just good for your overall athleticism.
Yeah, programming can go even deeper of goal setting. That's all involved with lifting, which you can learn quickly in lifting what's a realistic time period and what's not, which goes back to the patience and ties into the programming, and then piecing puzzle pieces together in programming. It's problem solving. That's really all life is, and definitely programming is. Like, all right, so I get a lot of elbow tendonitis when I'm benching 3 times a week with this amount of volume. All right, well maybe it's caused by this squat that I'm doing 4 times a week. So I'm going to switch this squat to a safety squat bar to relieve my elbows. And then I'm going to do that for 4 weeks to make sure that my bench feels good with these elbows. If that doesn't work 4 weeks from now, then I'm going to take 1 bench day out, but I'm going to add push-ups in because I still need the volume on my chest. And so that's how businesses work. That's how friendships work. Like you said, like, all right, well, I see Joe 5 days a week, but I don't really talk to him any of those days because we're filming or we're doing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to double up our film days on Thursday, and me and Joe are going to go play golf on fucking Friday, And so it's just this piece of, and if that doesn't work and we still hate each other, then we're going to film everything on Tuesday and we're going to golf and fish twice a week or whatever it might be. And you just play with these puzzles. And once you have a general knowledge of the whole system, that's when you get to play with it inside.
And then you're able to create something that works very synergistically.
And you get more shit done.
Yeah,
kind of like you were saying about like, okay, now we know we film every Tuesday. Right. And we know that's a definite fact. We're going to film every Tuesday. And then if you don't, like, that's your program. You have it set, you know what you're doing. And it's easy because, like, if someone's like, hey, let's hang out Tuesday. Oh, I can't. I'm doing this. Right.
And if you don't, you know that this end result's not going to happen. You're not going to get a better squat, and we're not going to get the content out that we need to run this goddamn business.
And I think, like, for me, it's like, I know I when I lift better in the morning, I feel better once I, like, got training out of the way. But at the end of the day, it's like, it humbles me because lifting is fucking hard, and you literally, if you have to let it humble you to progress. But then after that, it's like, what else in my life is going to be hard as squatting or pushing myself to the breaking point? You know, if I've worked out that day, or even just in general, and I have to go and fucking try to apply for a job, the squat is way harder than applying for the job. You know, like anything you want to do in life, it's like lifting is fucking way harder than that.
Mental and physical,
mental and physical. You know, it's like if you can lift and put yourself through that much stress, you can accomplish anything. It's just the outlook after that. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. You can learn a lot of confidence, and that's why I push people to powerlifting, regardless of what your goals are. Whether you want to compete in powerlifting, you want big legs, or you don't. Powerlifting can teach you so much about life, and it can teach you so much about yourself. Hey, I'm looking at this piece of paper, and Nadeem told me to do 3 sets of 3 at 200 pounds. I'm just going to do 2 sets and get the hell out this gym.
Yeah.
Okay. And then hopefully, next week you're like, fuck, dude, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't do that. I'm going to do these 3 motherfucking sets.
Yeah.
And then same thing. Like,
because you start to feel bad about yourself.
100%. I had this dope interview. Yeah, I'm just not going to go today. I'm just not going to go to that interview. But that could have been the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to do these 3 sets, and I'm going to go to every interview, and everything I said I put my name on. I'm just going to do it. That's how it goes. And same thing like you said. We're working Tuesday. I'm working Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I can't come over Tuesday. Mom, I love you.
Or even doing like the things necessary to have a good 3x3 with 200 pounds. So like sleeping early the night before, staying hydrated, like
prep.
Like not just viewing the day as that day, but what am I gonna do the day before to make that day a successful
That's
day?
a huge lesson too in terms of and it sounds like a diva thing. I was having a conversation with my friends who work in different industries and telling them like how I need to set myself up for success so I can speak well. And they're like, yeah, and my friends are cool. They get it. But like just talking to a friend over coffee is a lot different than the words and the energy I'm trying to bring when I'm live streaming, when I'm podcasting, when I'm flying to LA at 5 in the morning to try to communicate properly. And so I got to get the sleep. I got to get I woke up. I turn on good music on the way to the airport because it gets me in a good mood. I have a routine that I put myself through to prepare myself to hopefully perform to whatever success it is I want to do. And that's riding the bike to warm up before you squat. That's going to bed before and not eating the dessert so you don't feel like shit in the morning because you got to train. And all these things can easily, if you allow them, you have to have the self-awareness and really think inside. They'll only bleed into your real life and bleed into your business and bleed into your relationships if you put the thought and time, energy into yourself to allow it to become something somewhere else. If you allow those plans and lessons to lead you somewhere, it can. But if you just say, I lift weights, you're going to have some big biceps and kind of nothing else.
Yeah. It also leads into other things like, say you squat early in the morning, so you know you need to get a good night's sleep. And that's just, one, it's better for your programming, but that's better for your health.
For sure.
Better for everything. You get stuff done quicker. But then it's also like other aspects that you don't think about, like, okay, like now I got to eat healthier. And that's not only have a better effect on your lifting, that's also a better effect on your life. You're spending less time out because you're at the gym more. You're saving money. Yeah, and now you have a good excuse on why you can't hang out with the friends that you actually don't want to hang out with.
And that's why I have a great excuse why I can't get a date. Sorry, I'm saving my money.
Yeah. But it's like if you don't want to hang out with someone, I got to go work out. You know?
And that's that from Nadeem.
Okay, so if I ever ask Nadeem, hey, you want to go do this? He says, I'm going to go work out. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I am.
Fuck me, right?
Well, hopefully you guys like that episode. If you guys have anything you guys want us to see us or see, how do I fucking talk right now? If there's anything you guys want to see us talk about or anything you guys have any questions about, leave in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys next time.
I look like a vampire. I'm glowing. I'm glowing.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see yourself.
They know I'm glowing. They can hear me and they can see me glowing.